And joined in studio now by Brian Altunian. He's the President and Chief Operating Officer of a company called Platinum Studios. The company is PDOS is their symbol. Brian, good to see you again.
Thank you, Don. Good to be here.
It's always fun to talk to you because it's sort of like getting backstage at Hollywood. For those who've not seen you here, we haven't talked to you in about a month or so. Tell us again what the company does.
Well, Platinum Studios is an entertainment company with a very large library of comic book and graphic novel material, which we create, develop, now produce and distribute in all forms of media.
So obviously, especially here, say in the last 18 to 24 months, anything comic book related that has found its way to Hollywood has just been blockbuster.
Yeah, it really has been a stupendous last couple of years, and of course in 2008 with the success of Iron Man and Dark Knight, it really has kind of shown a spotlight on the industry that we are just stepping into, and we think 2009 is going to be a great year for Platinum Studios in that space as well.
Well, I know that when you were here last, we were talking about a project that you had that was getting a lot of eyeballs of some really big people. Why don't you tell us about that again?
That's right. That project is called Cowboys and Aliens, and it was Cowboys and Aliens was the first graphic novel that we ever produced and put out on the market back in 2006. And so it's now with DreamWorks, and since DreamWorks separated from Paramount, DreamWorks actually acquired, or I should say, they acquired the option to take it wholly. They're producing it with Imagine and Universal. Steven Spielberg is executive producing. Ron Howard is involved in the picture. The writers of Iron Man wrote the script. The producers of Transformers are the producing team. Damon Lindelof, who is of the Lost franchise, has now thrown himself into the mix and writing. Robert Downey Jr. is still attached to be a star. So it really is like the A-list talent roster for us.
Well, I mean, that's got to be heady stuff for the company. I mean, I joked with you once before when you told us about this. With these kinds of people now in your back pocket, you're probably getting a front table at the Ivy.
Yeah, it is true. I will say, DreamWorks has been in the news quite a bit lately, and it's a source of tremendous pride for the company to have a relationship with DreamWorks. And we also have a deal with Sony Animation that we'll be formally announcing here fairly soon. So we're also with Sony. You've got a project at Disney as well. So we really are putting ourselves in a great position to have to be a great source of material for the studios, and we're also stepped up into the co-production ranks, and we're producing our own films with financing that we've been able to bring in as well. So Platinum Studios will really be stepping into the space significantly.
Well, interesting you should segue into that, because that was actually my next question, because of course the space that you operated in is insanely competitive, and it's all about capital and funding, and how's the company set up as far as that goes?
Yeah, well, it's interesting because, with what's gone on in the market and the economy overall, a lot of the financing sources for the entertainment industry have really pulled back significantly. Those that were funding films for the studios as well as for independents really pulled back significantly last year. And with the pending SAG strike, it was almost a standstill last year. We're starting to now see things turn a little bit, although slowly, but we were able to persevere with one project that we've got that we are literally within hours of having the wires, the money transferred from our bank to start production on this project called Dead of Night, which is an adaptation of an Italian property based on their series called Deal and Dog. And we will be one of the few independent film companies able to actually secure financing here in this sort of new economy for Hollywood. So talk about heady stuff. We're really excited about that, and we're hoping that closes shortly.
We've got a company president literally waiting for his cell phone to ring. Brian Altunian, Platinum Studios, stock symbols PDOS. Brian, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Don.